Oh, thank you very much.
Well, there we have it. It's all laid out there. There is going to be some fireworks here on Inferno, that's for sure, as Navi and OG clash on the cobbled streets of Inferno here. It's going to be the first map of the best of 3, the second for each of these teams in Stage 2. It's OG 0 and 1, Navi 1 and 0, and it'll be Navi to start on the CT side of the pick of OG here. The CZ comes out once again in the CT pistol. Normally goes towards the boiler room position, but for now it heads towards Banana with 4 other players, and we're going to see Simple patrolling down towards T steps.
So many players stacked up early on Banana, and it's actually going to be Boomich. He said he'd be pushing down Banana. Well, OG could count on it too. His aggressive move with the CZ has left a powerful weapon lying down Banana. And now the aggression continues, jumping for info. Perfecto confirms there's a lot of them there. He'll go down, but not in vain. I say that, Alexi's insane. Electronic, he couldn't handle the moves of Alexi. He was wiggling left and right on the reload, converts a second, and already into the site with all 5 hearts still beating. OG, they have managed to find a flawless pistol round. I say flawless, Simple could have something to say about that, but he's squandered his shots as well. And oh my God, could somebody finish the job? Please, good grief, there it is. Issa will confirm it.
I don't like that. Whoever just jumped at Simple with the knife, you don't know who you're playing.
You're angering the beast.
You should not be doing that. It's not like JW running at you. You're expecting it. If that's not in your game plan, you're doing that to Simple. You should probably be reconsidering your action. This is the pistol round.
You're starting the best of 3 off to a particular note that Simple does not take too kindly.
Well, crisis averted. They do have a clean sheet there after the pistol round. All 5 players survived, and they'll bring out the Galils, a single AK, and a rare MP5 is spotted out in the wild.
You're a bit of a fan, aren't you, Hank?
I am a huge fan of the MP5. Takes me way back, and we'll see the smokes exchange now. Trying to hold on to Banana. Boomich will do his best there with the smoke towards half wall. He's always combative in this area. Got a flashbang set up from his teammate as well. Flamey ready and waiting to deploy it. Boomich will call for the flashbang once the smoke dissipates. I assume he swings. Does it come through? Waiting for his moment.
Waiting for any sort of pin being pulled, a step. That's the cue. Flash comes over and nobody's home. Whoop! But then he jumps again and gets more than he bargained for. Does pull some utility out of OG. That's nice. Now they will take that control. All that space Boomich has foregone. Now under the OG control. A second flashbang has been utilized to force them back off the line.
This is very well done. Normally we'd just see teams turtle up in the bomb site and use the smokes within the choke point. By doing that, they've actually made them expend more utility to get sandbag control, and now they've had to second guess. The B bomb site smoke has just been dropped by Flamey, so that's brought them until roughly 35, 30-ish seconds. And there's 3 players waiting on A right now. They have smokes of their own.
They certainly do. Smokes towards Arch and Lively from the T side. Molotov towards the pit, but Simple, this is the sort of position he will thrive in. Misses the first Eagle shot, and they'll swing on him with multiple players. That's what you have to do these days against him. But here we go, towards the pit. It's Electronic with the 5-7. Strikes first, Perfecto can't find the kill with the CZ, but he has inflicted serious damage. Could be enough for Electronic to close this one off. That kill comes through towards Graveyard, and the bomb has been planted. It's Valda now with the Galil. 2 versus 1. They know he's isolated on the bomb site.
So 1 pit, 1 short. He knows where they're both coming from, and already Electronic gets the info. Flamey swings in, and Navi collect. Electronic, their star of the second round show. He ensures that OG will not get off to that 3-0 start.
Yeah, I just think Boomich being more aggressive than you would normally expect in that kind of Banana situation at roughly a minute left on the clock was actually the game winner right there, because they had more angles they had to worry about than normal at that point in the game. So that's really well done from Navi, and they've stolen it back just as quick as they lost that pistol. We're going to forget about that quick smart.
Yeah, you described it before. I'd like you just to reiterate. You were describing the Boomich aggressive play forced a lot of utility out of OG.
So normally what would happen is the B defenders would have to be passive because they're scared of all the nades.
So they'd be on site, on boxes, waiting.
Navi played more transitional, right? They didn't just commit at the start of the round. They waited for some contact, then they dropped the half-wall smoke, then he pushed out, then he flashed. On the flash, they expend extra utility, then they have to clear more corners, then they drop flamey smoke. At that point, like we saw, it was roughly 45 seconds on the clock, and the AWP's already out.
Of course it is. Simple will be showing us what he's made of here on Inferno. The CT side is a bit of an AWP's dream. You have many options at the start of each and every round. You can be dynamic, you can be aggressive, you can be defensive. You pretty much dictate how the rounds are played. We'll see whether he can start to come online here up against the force buy of OG. Of course, after winning the pistol, the second round fell short. And they find themselves here with a single Krieg, a MAC-10, a few Deagles, and looking for that basic control. Flashbang towards middle after the smoke towards Arch. MBK confirms the quad is clear. Boomich again. You can see this setup they have. Boomich to get information. When he feels that they're close, Flamey will have the flashbang ready and waiting. He'll get a couple, fall back. Job's a good one.
Yeah, you can hear the steps.
A bit off this time.
Bit off. And that could be the explosion onto the B site. Alexi's just cracked it open with a MAC-10.
No head armor. He has 1,200 left.
Yeah, didn't fancy it.
What?
Perhaps going to cost him.
I guess maybe he's like, it's either $1,000 or take the risk. Maybe he didn't have 100 armor.
Didn't like the risk.
Yeah.
Costly one, because now we continue our trading rounds. It's going to be 3 on the trot, going back and forth. OG, thanks to Mr. Alexi, he called himself a talking decoy on Twitter. Well, he's going to be looking to bounce back.
That's what he said, not a bot, talking decoy. That's what he said. I knew it was something along that vein. That is funny. But he at least he made the talking part clear, because he still is calling and they're still looking good mid-round. It's just his individual fragging hasn't been amazing at this point. But this round was. He manages to get 2 of the only kills found here in round number 3.
Those
and this was the force buy.
They're like Carrigan kills though, right?
They are exactly like Carrigan kills. Yeah, like towards B, you're on a low buy, you've snuck through, you've called them with the nades out, and you've managed to make them look a little bit
because he's probably more aware of the Na'Vi 2-man setup than we are.
I don't like that setup, I'll be honest with you. So when Boomich jumped up, he spotted 2 or 3. Why is Flamey not flashing as soon as you spot them? Why is he like holding on to the last possible moment and the fact he can kill him before the flashes even come off? Like as soon as you spot them, you're alone, you're isolated, you need those flashes to come through. Flamey needs to be repositioning to help you out. He needs to flash, knife out, get to the corner, start battling with you.
But that's on Boomich to call it, right? So if Boomich doesn't call for it...
I feel like he is stubborn on that side of the map though. Like the fact he goes sandbags like every round, even though teams are nading him, it feels like he wants to dominate the area and show that he can handle himself.
Yeah.
But I think OG are going to exploit that. If I was playing against Na'Vi, that's what I'd be focusing on as well. We know this guy is super aggressive and he has very familiar tendencies that we can play off and hopefully exploit.
Yeah, we have lost Flamey, a quick PC crash, so I'm sure we'll be back into the server shortly. Doesn't seem like it's going to be a large technical issue, but just getting everything restarted and reset. We'll be getting the 5th man back in for the... This is going to be a new type of Counter-Strike, actually. It's going to be 2 T sides, both running to separate bomb sites.
Only bomb sites.
Everyone's planting bombs.
As quick as you can.
As fast as you can.
So that's where players like myself, MBK, they really come in because we're used to planting the bomb. We usually get left with that type of
so you got the optimized routes.
Yeah, you just know how to get that bomb down. You hold that button. It's real difficult these
I've been
days.
practicing recently, but yeah, getting that bomb down in the fictional sense, of course, we haven't actually got 5v5 T sides. Instead, we are back, and so is Flamey, so we can get the round 4 back into action. I'm looking forward to seeing whether or not we're going to be getting Issa in anywhere aggressive positions with his early SMG. He's known for being a bit of a bloodlust, but for now, he's just going to be heading into the early apps control.
So Simple's over here with the AWP early to deal with any aggression. He won't find anything and will be quickly pushed on back by this utility. The deep Molotov now holding him at bay. They want to try and trap Boomich in. As Henry was talking about, he loves that sandbag position, so expect a lot of HEs to be thrown over there. Smoke towards CT is going to land and obscure his vision completely. So if he wants to hang around towards B, well, this was one choice.
Certainly is that choice. We'll see whether it works out for him. Molotov's going over. You can see they look like they might want to flash over and go for this. Boomich fancies it again. Loves the fighter banana, it seems. But he'll peel on back. Smoke down. Simple. Still considering his option. Could be boosted behind half wall here.
They can play 4A now, though, with that ult there. So that's quite a key rotation. But the problem is, a lot of this time they've left Arch open. So you can see how slow this Na'Vi rotation needs to be. Simple whiffing on the pistol round. I don't know about you guys, but that's not something we see too often. I was expecting him to get a couple of kills. I was actually thinking on that pistol round, when it was 1v5, Simple was going to have a real crack at it.
You had that much faith in him?
Yeah.
Damn. He has been given a friend now, Boomich, in support at New Box. And that's his first challenge. Alexi just dips his toe into the water at B, says, too hot, too hot. And now going to be joining the rest of his bears over on the A site. Perfecto is playing close in the very passive hold. Look how much room NBK's got. And oh, they're so flashed. He still gets the shot, but if Perfecto could just stop the plant 5-4 as the bomb goes in, just enough.
Yeah, they've got it. Wow. You don't see rounds like that every day. There's still a chance they could give it up. Issa and NBK are low. A frag from Flamey might open up the door opportunity here. They are still towards Boiler and bottom of middle here. It doesn't look like there'll be much of a chance to winning this round, but they have got a kit. Boomage with the 5-7 will at least have a little look towards quad, but the retake's been called off. They're just going to hold on to the sniper almost certainly here.
The thing is, with how risky that was by OG, if Electronic gets a kill from the pit or Perfecto gets a kill from the site, and either of those two individuals kills the bomb planter and it's loose and they scramble and they can't find it, well, they lose the rounds. And then it wouldn't even feel like they gave themselves a chance because they didn't allow enough time. But very lucky to get away with that one right there, OG. Good poise under pressure. Continuously learning more about this.
10 seconds on the clock and their final commitment towards A came through. Luckily, NBK opened things up. If he doesn't get that kill, it all falls apart there and then. But he ends up getting 2 in the end. Chad did say his individual level has been impressive as of late, and there's a good display of it as we get into another eco scenario. But there is going to be an AWP, a bit of stabbage and spawn, but that's to be expected these days. And we'll see Simple try and win the round single-handedly, and he certainly is capable of doing so.
Certainly capable, but not if they just rush B. He's going to be perhaps flashed in again. Boomich standing his ground. Simple boosted up for the frag onto NBK. Now the floodgates open on B. Flamey, that trajectory is going to have them looking for you. They're waiting, they're flashing, and Issa's got the open sight. Just 1 kill is all it took. After the loss of Boomich, Simple will just be forced to save yet again. Nice work from Navi to at least try and set Simple up for success. A boost on the pallet enabled a quick frag onto NBK, but that will be all they pull out of this one.
Does this feel par for the course for Navi and anyone else, though? To start with the force buys, and when they lose, they're always going to find themselves down a hole because their gameplay is very risky.
They like a force buy, don't they? Because when they win them so often, but the rounds they don't, it's notable. You can feel it really hinder them on their CT campaigns especially. So they do take the AWP and an AK-47 here, but they are 4-1 down. OG, this is the pick as well of them. So they're doing a great job on the T side of this stage. They are going to have 3 players survive on the CT side, but so far so good. Their money's racking up quite nicely. You get $3,500 per player by winning via explosion. So Navi might even boost themselves now with a full buy. We'll see what's on the agenda. Round 6 coming up. No investment just yet. Might be a tactical timeout. Blade is available to them if required. Simple drops over an M4 towards Flamey.
He's got his AWP that he can pick up.
No one else buying anything just yet. And they decided to do it after freeze time. Unconventional.
You don't love it.
Don't know why teams do this. I really could just take a timeout if you don't know.
It's not that hard to manage the guns either. I used to do it for my entire team.
If you're any sort of DAO, you've got 4 timeouts available, as meaning not stuck in spawn. Either way, doesn't seem to matter too much.
Boomich is dying on sandbags.
He might learn his lesson now, surely.
No, this happened to them in their opening games as well. Do you remember when we were kicking this off? We were watching them, and the same thing happened to Boomich in that opening game.
It's not even like there's any rhyme or reason behind it, Chad, because there's no one with him. He's got 2 players on the site, and everyone knows Boomich goes sandbag. Now OG have got a firm read on it. They're killing him consistently. Why is he still doing it?
They even double-checked the sandbags in case it was all...
Like, I just don't understand it, why you would go there again. It doesn't compute. If you had players behind you, or kind of get, if you've got Simple, the orb kind of challenging the corner and protecting you, sure. But when there's just 2 grenade kills and a Molotov, 2 grenade thrown, that's all takes you down and they don't even see you, that's a problem for me.
Yeah, understandable. They're going to see a quad and a smoke for the quad. That's going to completely flush out any CT presence that was there. Nobody's home, though. So what's the Lexi got in store for us here? They managed to get the opening pick on B, and
he cops some bullets from Valda in the head.
Just slapped his in-game leader down to 39.
Yeah.
There's been a bit of a... Oh no, now Simple's missing shots. What game is this? Who are these people? This is a Navi OG. Maybe it is, because Perfecto's holding pit. Mantu's relieved the pressure. Flamey's on B. Another round for OG.
Simple's missed some shots that he would normally be hitting so far. So this is a very, very slow start from Navi. OG have come to play today. This is what we want to see. This team is still in its fledgling state. They've only come together, well, it was last year, but as far as Counter-Strike's concerned, it's a brand new core, it's a brand new team, a brand new direction. And they have to prove themselves to the Counter-Strike world, and this is a great way to do it against Na'Vi early, the current world #1. Looking good, 5-1 scoreline. Shots not hitting for Na'Vi right now.
Yeah, you don't say that too often, do you? But they do need to tighten things up. Boomich cannot go down consistently. 0-5 right now. It's got to be a wake-up call. He's the in-game leader, so it's with the brains behind the operation here. It's quite a glaring one in terms of the issues right now. As 3 players do survive for OG, their money just getting into a very promising scenario. Alexi with $10,000. 6 kills, 1 death. That decoy is certainly doing a lot today. So this is where nade to the face, Molotov down. You can see him just dropping the smoke as well. It's already too late, as Mantu hasn't done much with the orb so far, but this was a very influential kill to take down his rival in the form of Simple, who did miss a key shot there. 5-1, and the US Air Force tactical timeout is called. The first for Na'Vi. Probably could have used it in the previous round, considering the scramble to get weapons after freeze time, but they have got a saved M4. So Flamey can drop 1 more rifle. Perfecto could even drop an orb. It would be a really scrappy buy, and I would say just take this one on the chin, Chad, and then focus on the gun rounds from here, because everything's just been too compromised so far.
Yeah, allow yourself to realize why you're in this hole, and then dig yourself out moving forward, because we're not going to see this team. Well, actually, I tell a lie. Maybe they will win a round with some deagles and smokes, right? That is the capability of Na'Vi.
Of course.
I think we just have to lump them in with that. But in terms of the approach so far, it doesn't feel like whatever their game plan was, it's working, because we're seeing missed shots. We're seeing them give away opening frags. That's the stuff they need to adjust on here. But the problem is OG are now dictating the pace of this game. They get to decide where they want to go, and it's going to be quick up middle, straight to Simple. It's time for him to hit some shots.
Oh, that's the timing, though. He won't be getting the 1 dig to kick things off. Oh, I tell a lie, Chad. It's through the corner of the wall, but MBK and Valda will reply in due course there. A pair of frags found and a commitment towards the A site is called. You can see the rotating CTs now making their way back through. That's through Spawn as Electronic, he'll retreat. He was in the apartments, and the A site has been confirmed as being clear. That should be enough to be said about round 7, as that will confirm it, actually. Nice shot from Mantu. Straight in towards the side of the head of Boomich, and Flamey will have to save his M4A1S. Smokes down. Perfect round from OG.
I like how when they, and this is a really good approach, a lot of teams could do this, and the Krieg is going to allow a lot more of this. You don't necessarily always need to have that T-sided AWP, and we talk about how difficult it can be for most traditional AWPers to AWP on the T-side of Inferno. So just pick up the Krieg, use that as your AWP, have him holding the same lines. Something that you can be effective, you're a bit more agile, you're able to keep on moving around, find more impact within the rounds.
I think you're dead on. I think we'll see a lot less T-sided AWPs in general, just because of the expense it costs and the way they drop off in the mid-round stages. I feel like that's a good call. The Krieg seems to be more than enough.
And if you'll remember, Henry, last time we saw Na'Vi play, we were outlining how much we were seeing Simple on the Krieg and how it felt like he'd refined his spray. Perhaps that's something to look forward to as well.
Yeah, I feel like T-sides just need to be together at this point. And going in as a Wolfpack when the skill ceiling is so high at this point, just having grouped up players with rifles that can be nimble and agile. Sure, opening picks of the AWP are great and it's situational. I feel like they're going to be more focused around defeating very strong defenses at this point, but I don't think it's a requirement on the T side on any map to have an AWP. But can certainly be beneficial when you've got the likes of Simple on your team. We'll see how this one transpires. Flashes towards B, another potential rush. Is Boomich at the sandbags? You better believe he is. And he's gone down 0-7.
Full flash.
I'm not sure why this keeps being deployed. At least Issa will give them one back for free. I assume by jumping in his own Molotov, yes. But it's again, Boomich down. No one there to back him up, and he's 0-7. How many rounds does he have to give up before he realizes this isn't working? And Simple gets wrecked by MBK there. No Krieg to be spotted. AK to the face. That's a very difficult angle to hold on the CT side. You can only hold there for about 10 seconds or so, because you can only watch the steps. And if you can't see the right-hand side, they can actually see you on the wide swing and get the advantage. So 10, 15 seconds, and then you're quite vulnerable to the bedroom side.
OG are looking great. They're hitting every shot. They're decisive in where they want to go. They're finding the openings. Their game plan right now is pure perfection. And they still want to hit this B bomb site right here. Just posturing. They've got Valda tucked into that corner to note if any players were running Speedway, he would be able to hear those rotating footsteps. MBK going to do his best to try and draw any rotations over towards the A site, but nobody's home. Oh, even if MBK finds the site open, I don't think they'll rotate back. They're just going to use him as a late flank. This is still winnable for Na'Vi.
Okay, so he is going to be the flank. A gamble stack of the 3 remaining pieces. A boost onto Perfecto to avoid any mollies towards New Box. There are mollies being thrown in now, and a quick fight for Electronic. The spray connects to both. But as I say that...
This is enough. 10 seconds, Alex. Oh, what?
Okay. That was an amazing shot. that was an amazing shot.
It looked like he looked back and then came to like a second glance.
But the reason that he's still clearing the site and not just going for the plant is because Flamey with Boomich is the traditional B holder. The knowledge of players at this point in those scenarios, they all have that in the back of their head, and if they forget, well, someone else is telling them.
Yeah.
So Mantu to run in there, he's just not going to lackadaisically try and plant the bomb. There's always a worry.
Flamey's always the B anchor, right? Like, if anyone's going to rotate, it's Boomich first. He'll normally die at the start of the round and leaving Flamey alone.
Where's Flamey? Where's Flamey? Where's Flamey?
This
there
shot,
he is.
though,
That was
like,
huge.
with 10 seconds, he had the bomb on his back. If Flamey gets that kill, round's over. Simple's been tagged again
But he found
at the
an
start of the
opening.
round, but he has got the kill. That's Valda taken out of the equation with a 7-1 down here. This is the pick of OG, and you can see them really focusing on some of the weaknesses. Boomich, again, aggressive towards me. He goes down now.
There's no way. He's going to be forced to smoke out early, though. If you think about the grand scheme of this round, round 9, he's already been forced to utilize his smoke simply to retrieve from his aggressive position. Early advantage for Na'Vi. They need to start finding the rounds now. OG, the wild card as we described them, have already come in blazing. Na'Vi, we've seen some uncharacteristic performances from some of the individuals. Boomich's stubborn B hold has been plaguing them as well. And speaking of B, we are going to be seeing some utility thrown that way. Doesn't look like it's necessarily the full commitment. Flamey has to pull out his smoke immediately in response. And for the finish, there are 2 more smokes. You can see NBK is holding on to his. Alexi's already thrown his off. And a pop flash for the corner on the contact. Here comes Flamey, full white. Perfect from OG. Ooh. Oh my goodness, Mantu's a rifler as well.
Yeah, he was never supposed to be an AWPer in his career. He's told us in many different interviews now, he was just a secondary AWPer in alternate attacks. He just dabbled in it. He was born as a rifler, and you can see now the power he can harness given the opportunity. Fantastic work in 2 back-to-back rounds there from Mantu, managing to recover a 5-on-4 deficit. They didn't drop a single player upon entry there when they made their way towards B.
That pop flash from MBK,
Perfect.
Remember that one. I mean, like, straight up, if any of you are ever struggling with your B takes, that one flashbang will solve a lot of your woes.
How many kills have they even gotten on the B bomb site trying to defend? Flamey has 2 kills. Boomich has 0 kills.
Here's a stat for you. In opening duels, Simple is currently 4-0. Everyone else in his team is like 0-1, 0-4, 0-3. So he's the only one who's actually found any openings whatsoever. Boomich especially, he's 0-4 right now. So he's died first 4 times and not found any success on that B side with the aggressive swings.
Now, in the past, I have been critical of the B hold, right? Because of how disjointed it is. But then in Katowice, they made it work. He just barreled down Banana. He seemed to just own everybody. Everything was cool. I'm like, oh, they've worked it out. There's that flash for you if you want to be able to throw that one. And here's the anti-frags again.
I feel like that was when he was sussed out, though. That's when people realized that's what he does. That's when we all noticed he plays towards sandbags. That's when you have to change and adapt. And he's not doing that.
Well, the old setup with Zeus and Edward in the... Oh, it's a fast B again. I don't know if I can watch.
He is committed to this, boys. He really is unrelenting at this point. If he goes down first again, Bush got no backup. He got to smoke
He put out a nade in his hand.
This is a night. He's 0-9. Like, I know people probably think I bang on about mistakes and everything too much, but you're 0-9, you're the in-game leader, and you're dying first. You're now 0-5 in opening duels in the CD side of Inferno, and you're constantly pushing, and they're hitting all those shots. Why is there no adjustment? Why is there no one with you? And why are you so stubborn in taking that pick time and time again? You're 0-9 now. You've died every single round.
You're not even letting your A defenders have a chance, right? Because now they get left in a it's going to be a 2v5 on the A bomb site if it's an A execute, because they have to rotate one over towards B with the amount they've been abusing it, which means there's now a whole extra choke point to deal with. So you're stuck between multiple different areas on the map. In transition on the CT side is horrible.
This is baffling. I just can't work out such a glaring issue. And it's still, they're allowing him to push alone. I would be stopping. I'd just be running down there with him. He kept doing it. I'd just join him and say, right, if you're going to do it, at least I'll back you up. If this is what we're doing, at least I'll go down with you, I suppose. Give us a fighting chance. But there it is, another 5-on-4. Not to say Na'Vi can't win this round, of course, with Simple winning the shots he is. There's always a chance. With Valda trying to sneak his way in towards B. Not sure there's a boost set up, but they are watching towards CT spawn right now. That's Flamey. As the commitment comes in, Valda hits this in a lot of trouble. Which he does, he can even get out as well, so they have no idea where the finish is coming in.
Yeah, certainly going to keep Flamey stationary for a while. Now the flashes are being deployed. Electronic claws one back. This is his power position. Simple Electronic. We've seen them do it multiple times. And he's kept it honest. 2v2 as the bomb goes down. Electronic cannot contest. He waits for the come of Flamey through the smoke, aggressively challenging and winning the duel. Valda to clutch, but he can't. And Electronic and Simple, without their contributions, the round would never have had a look in for Na'Vi.
Well, that's been a very common trend. If they start stepping up, Na'Vi will win rounds. And Electronic and Simple working in perfect harmony there on the A side from the pit and the bomb site. They had to dig deep. They had to find absolutely everything that was left in the fuel tank at that point, but it's enough. It comes down to a 1 versus 1 against Valda, but remember, he was taking under 20 HP after his interaction towards Banana. So still, a very impressive round from OG to find those opening picks, and the money is so thin on the Na'Vi side. If they lose this, Chad, you can pretty much call the map down, I would say. They'll have nothing going forward. They do have the Simple AWP here, but MP9s for masses, it's going to be such a difficult round. He knows he has to step up here. Doesn't fully commit towards the T-steps, looking for the cross. Throws the incendiary to allow him to focus on second middle, and Boomich is the sandbags again. Be careful, those nades, my friend. He takes damage again. He's currently 0 and 9.
Oh, he's burning again.
How is he in the same position? It's so wild.
Watch him get a 3K right now. They're going to lock him in with a molly, force him to fight. So flashed, shooting bullets into the sky. He's running into teammates. He has retreated.
Let me talk you through why it's not horrible if he lives. It's not horrible if he lives because they just burnt 3 grenades, a bunch of Molotovs, some flashbangs,
when
and a
it
smoke.
works, it's fine.
When it's not working, they're down 8-2. I'm with you, Henry. It has been pretty abysmal to this point.
But he is in sight now.
Simple is in CT spawn with the AWP. There's still plenty of smokes and flashes available. They don't have to commit towards B. Flash goes in. 3 CTs there. Simple. A little bit discombobulated. Oh, nice little smoke there.
You would be tempted just to hit B if you were OG, with considering how weak it's been and what you just had to deal with on the A bomb site. If it was me, I would be going the B bomb site for the rest of the game.
You've already had an MP9 on that side of the map as well, right? So that's even a strong reason to suggest that will be successful. Oh, lovely fade coming in. Look how convincing this is. They've got 4 players ready to go in towards B, and there's a full wall of smoke at A. You know, Simple Electronic went ham in the previous round, and Boomich looking for his first frag. It's Flamey fending them off. Can Boomich do anything? Apparently not. He goes 0 and 10 as the bomb is planted. MBK, if he finds Simple here, the round is done. He might not even be going for this. He might have to hold on to the AWP.
Chad, could you just bring up in Skybox those A smokes? If that, oh, hang on, it might be a bit of a problem. I don't know if you can.
No, it should still work.
I just saw 5 smokes still on the A site as the bomb was being planted A. It felt like OG were in Banana when those smokes were landing on A. I want to understand how they even arrived at that.
Them?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is a variation of a strategy we've seen them run already within the Pro League. They use it as a pocket strat to get themselves out of low-buy situations, but they've been able to use it here within a full gun round. So let me just see if I can get this all lined up for everybody. I believe this is the appropriate round, and we should be good to go. Just as Issa tries to chase down the remaining members.
Woo! There's a good frag.
All right, so they're lining up all the nades here. We were at about, what? Well, before that, weren't we? It was just before that. Here come the smokes. They're being thrown over from deep middle, so they're able to get to Banana quickly, and you can see how they're landing. They create this wall, and then you have the limp smoke out hauls by Issa to sell this fake completely here.
The idea is then you'd flash maybe 3 players out of the apartments and focus just on the pit, knowing that the bomb site can't battle you at all. So everyone's on panic mode, then they're dropping their smokes, they're trying to batten down the hatches towards the pit side. But it was so well done from OG there. You could see no chance of Na'Vi fending them off on the B side of the map, and it's an MP9 again for Boomich. Surely he's not rushing it. Yeah, okay, let's get back, reel it in. Let's take stock of this situation.
That's what they say about Na'Vi, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, they're always rushing.
Ah.
Oh, he's here all week, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I walked into it. He's got me. As we'll see, Boomich now, a bit more traditional play here, Chad.
Yeah. Maybe he'll get a kill off of it as well.
Yeah, time will tell. Not going to be on the front lines alone. As we'll see a 9-2 scoreline come in. Remember, this is a pick of OG, admittedly, but still very impressive so far. Pop flash from Manti being set up here. Designed to flash Simple, I'd imagine. Doesn't quite catch him, but he misses another shot here. Frag has to come from Electronic.
Where's the trade? He's so low. That's the trade they were looking for. Valda pays a heavy price. Simple continuing to find blood on the A assault, and I can't see a way in which he doesn't get a frag here. Oh, but a missed shot. Not the second. Mantu's gone down and thrown all onto Valda. Should very well be the third for Na'Vi. They know where he is. Simple called it. Boomich connects and he gets his first. Even gets a rifle. What a treat.
To note, it wasn't at the B bomb site though. So far at B, Boomich's impact has been almost 0. It hasn't been 0, but probably almost 0, I would say.
Sure.
It hasn't been a great look so far here. OG, on the other hand, have dealt with the standard Na'Vi, so the one that they could do, you know, prep on, very well, if we're going to look at that.
Na'Vi have 1 flash assist on the CT side of Inferno. Like, if ever there was a map
There's
to get
no
flash
alley-oops,
assist on,
yeah.
like, how is that not happening? If you're setting a player aggressive out towards B, how is he not getting kills with flash assists off the back of them? Like, something is going quite dangerously wrong here for Na'Vi, but still recoverable. Even a 9-6 half, it wouldn't be the end of the world. Like, CSGO is balanced out with the Kree coming in and the position it's in right now. Maps aren't as CT-sided just because of that one reason.
If they get 6 off the back of how this nightmare of a game started, Na'Vi will be laughing their way all the way to the bank. But OG, I feel that they've got at least one more in them. And Boomich has something to say about that. He'll stop it, but they're straight onto the side.
And Flamey's panicking. He's all alone. He's on an island right now.
Yep, and the smoke comes in, doesn't make things easier, that's for sure. But he gets a dink. Can he finish things off? Apparently not. They scramble to get the bomb down. Simple might have to boost one of these players above the smoke. He's trying to call for it now. Smoking off in front of the bomb site.
It's too obvious if the air gets boost, surely.
It's quite a deep smoke. It does mean that they can also push into pool and swing on the banana tee. Ooh, okay, fortunately he's behind the cover. Those bullets were never gonna hit, but bomb does get down. OG could very well be finding 10. At round 14, Simple desperately trying. Oh!
There it is, of course, of course.
He actually hit it!
Yep.
Unreal from Simple.
That could be enough.
It could very well, but Issa's flank should be enough to stop this in its tracks. Electronic has to find this duel onto Valda very soon, and Valda's playing a great job of just delaying, running out of bullets. Electronic only needed 2 though, and now he's onto the bomb, going for the ninja. Spray's gonna be stopped. He's ninjering it. Issa can't find the bullets. That's not enough. And we will see Na'Vi take 4. Another Simple and Electronic credit does get given, and Electronic's even going to grab his friend's secret rifle.
It takes a stained glass wall bang with the AWP, a full smoke defuse, an absolute pandemonium ensuing.
Oh my goodness.
But finally they get the round on the board there. It wasn't pretty, but still a 1 versus 1 found, and it will be 9-4. Na'Vi will have to limp into the next round once again. Of course, that shot connects straight to the head. And I thought this was enough from Valda.
He's out of ammo here. Yeah, so Electronic has just had to defuse and dump that smoke. He was out of ammo in his rifle. Simple covering the shot onto Mantu. That was the round winner. Oh, again, the nades.
It's a rough one out there for Boomich right now.
He's choosing that rough life, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's trying his own nade tricks, but OG don't want anything to do with it. At the start of the round, the T's, if you just reflect back to that Fnatic versus Astralis game, were peppered on down like this. So that second nade that's come on through has at least found some damage. Let's put Alexi and Valda below the 100 HP mark, but lots of pressure on Na'Vi still. They all have defuse kits now, but still an MP9 out on the field in the hands of Perfecto. Utility now being baited on out. Just same situation from that of OG. They have 2 players over towards the apartment/boiler area. They're just patrolling this side of the map, making sure there's no aggression, making sure they can't hedge their bets with a 3-man stack over towards B, and then they just hold on to Banana. Boomich hasn't been able to get it. They have been conditioned into not going aggressive throughout this game. So OG have done a great job at securing themselves real estate very, very early in all of these T rounds.
Yeah, and top middle, uncontested for now. Simple, more passive line. He's going to get smoked off here. 2 smokes. 1 library, 1 arch side. Simple has to hit the shots. He's been flashed off. They spotted him as well. He can't even retreat back to the site because they've got apartments control, but he does manage to take 1, kicking and screaming as he's shut down. Perfecto upgrades to the rifle thanks to the fragging of Electronic, and he's made the rifle find the head of Valda.
Yeah, this A site, it seems a little stronger than B. 8 seconds remaining. Issa won't be winning this round. It's Na'Vi holding on to what they can at this point. Is there another kill available? Apparently not. Perfecto will close things out there. After starting with an MP9, he does pick up the AK-47. Finally, it's the AWP to give it back to Simple at the end of the round as we go into number 15 here. Chaddy did say if Na'Vi got 9-6, they'd probably be feeling pretty good about that.
Yeah.
I tend to agree.
They can work with this. The thing is, it felt very, very dire for Na'Vi, but that's why I was saying it feels par for the course. When you do have such a risky strategy of investing early and relying on your individuals to be able to turn force buys on their head, you can find yourself down in a massive pit of rounds. And that's what Na'Vi have done here. But they are climbing themselves back out through the heroics of Electronic and Simple. Let's see if that's enough rungs on the ladder to get them back into this game, because so far OG have done everything as they should have. It's almost been by the book on the approach for how to take down Na'Vi's banana control.
Well then, Boomich in his usual position here. This time a little safer. It's the final round of this first half. OG haven't really had to eco at all, to be honest with you. After winning the pistol, they gave it that second round and then went on a spree of 7.
At the B bomb site, mind you.
At the B bomb site, over and over again. It's punishing this Boomich over-aggression. Speaking of which, he's there again. Flashbang though, you can see him playing a very, very different game now.
A bit more cautious now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Immediately the rotate comes in from Simple. It is a different kettle of fish.
Well, MP9 for Boomich. Flamey could have dropped him a UMP just to note there was 2K available. Opted for the MP9 anyway, it's fine. And that's not. Electronic has been influential in their success so far. The little they found. And Perfecto, he'll have to be just that. Sits in the pit. Issa dunks on him, and that's the round.
Yeah, just jumping over his head. You can see what that did to Perfecto's crosshair. The Z-axis is not one that professional Counter-Strike players are particularly familiar with.
How far away are they?
They couldn't be further.
All right, well, I've got another smoke, another molly as well. That'll be going down just about now. Just making sure the site's clear, just in case. You never know.
There's no way you lose this round.
No, I couldn't even write it down how it would happen.
I would sell my house if they lost this round.
I don't have a house to
the
sell.
house you rent it.
Exactly.
You're going to sell that on unofficially on the market?
Exactly. That's how unlikely it is that they win.
Well, there it is, 10-5. A fantastic first half from OG on their map pick. Na'Vi, though, with enough to convince me they can bring this one back. We'll take a break. We'll be back with the second half very shortly, with a bit more singing and dancing, perhaps.
OG. Don't forget the name, don't forget the letters. It has been quite the phenomenal start for them as they have broken into ESL Pro League, not only through the first stage, but sailing through the second, at least in their first half of their first game.
What's fascinating there, Chad, is Boomich actually had more ADR than Flamey. So it does go to say that he is at least doing damage with grenades and utility at the start of the round at least. Apart from that, not looking too great for Na'Vi as we go double digits on the T side for OG here. If they win the pistol, pretty much can call it done, but we know Na'Vi are a tenacious team.
And so did GGBet.
And so did GGBet. They certainly agree, it seems, that Na'Vi can still pull this one back. You're right. I would say that's a great little bet if you want to get stuck in. Either way, it's going to be the second half here, and we will see 2 smokes, 2 flashbangs, an HE on the T side, and an upgraded pistol for Simple with armor behind it as well. Quite the setup.
I do love this setup here. Volde will spot the gap, and Alexi B off the angle of the wall will dump the grenade directly on the Jiggle Peak head. So you're going to see the damage now. There it is. Didn't land as much as I had thought.
Well, that's because he did it from the furthest possible line he could. Evade the nade, set up your own. Electronics got a whole set.
So bomb's still down at T-spawn, just know that.
Oh, this is the nade for the boost. Hey, we were talking about this. I'm going to see that go down to Alexi's
The only player that didn't have armor as well. He lands at his front door.
Okay.
That's going to hurt.
Well, Alexi still has this flash, and I've seen a couple of interesting retake setups with OG and the flash of Alexi in the past. I don't think he's going to get to use it in the way he might have wanted to this time round. After they've pushed that CT defender back from spotting the line, it means that they know that the CTs are less likely to watch that creep up. They more than likely have to watch it from the coffin's position. And now it looks like it's about to be the A pounce out the halls. It's a classic. We've seen it.
We love it. It can work out, but Mantu's in a prime position to set up his teammate here on the balcony position. The comms are going to be frantic. The bomb goes down in the pit. Reloads are coming through. Shots are not landing. Simple, that P250 can start to devour them here. And here he comes. Second frag found. And it looks like Na'Vi have done enough to win this. They are going to get the bomb planted. Valda and MBK now on the retake. They couldn't be more separated if they tried. One towards the apartments. That's going to be MBK and Valda. Ready and waiting. That block shot looks pretty perfect to me, but Electronic can't connect it just yet.
MBK's giving him a way back in. Some players low. They're going to have to pick up the pace. Gets good info with his jiggle. Knows there's Boomich towards the graveyard. Boomich doesn't need to move a muscle yet. Valda's closing in on the site. Does continue to separate the fight. 2v2. NBK's giving it a good go. Into the site. Another shot connects. Just Simple. He's got low HP, and he does go down. I'm not sure if they've got it.
He didn't get the kit. It's going to be close. Oh, wait. Does he have the kit?
No. It's really close. Really, really, really close. I think Na'Vi got it. Navi's pistol, baby. 6 on the board, but NBK continues where he left off.
Oh, so close there. Great effort from OG. But Simple getting the job done with the P250 there. The flash burst from the apartments, it wasn't the cleanest entry. They actually lost a couple of the jewels there, but they ran out of bullets on those USPs, and that's when it all starts to fall apart here. Valda did enough. He gets the final kill. He jumps on the bomb, but it comes down to just a few milliseconds here.
Half a second, maybe?
Yeah, if that.
Let me put it this way for you right now. Simple and Electronic have bought Na'Vi a lifeline in this map. There are 3 individuals who are not showing up. That's the fact of the matter. There's no arguing that right now. This is a 2-man show to get them through these rounds. We can go back and we can look at the impact on the rounds that have been put on the board right now from Na'Vi, and I'm confident that it's come through those 2 individuals. Now, the rest of this team has been given a lifeline against this force buy. If they convert this, they get an eco. They get some room to breathe. They need to wake up now. This isn't looking like the #1 team in the world.
Let's see if that lifeline is even a possibility. Boosting Simple over to try and peek the coffins, and Valda, he is going to get more than he bargained for in terms of information. They'll be forced off the boost, but far from a commitment. They did have the bomb there, likely if they wanted to accelerate off the back of a pick, but instead, chopping and changing. Is going to be sent back to the B site because he still has a smoke grenade. You can see he's going to be deploying that now, or at least upon contact. But the main body of the Na'Vi assault is heading straight towards NBK and an SMG on short. That is the only real enticing fact for the OG short hold.
It makes me uncomfortable there's so many MAC-10s, though. We know they're a powerful weapon, but 4 of them, Does beg the question as to whether OG could do this to the Desert Eagles. Currently a 5-on-5 with 30 seconds remaining. A telegraph play towards B. The smokes are coming through. MBK does steal a kill away, but it's a B finish coming up. And Issa needs to rail them with the Deagle here. First one connects. Can he get a second?
He needs damage, and he did manage to inflict a whole lot to Electronic. That's the man that's going to be trying to get the bomb down. Can't prioritize. Valda needs to fight all of them! Valda, that's ridiculous! Gorgeous control. He finds the head of Simple. He knows Electronic's prioritizing the bomb. That's such a perfect separation of Jules from Valda. I love that. I'd like to see that again, please, sir.
Pack it up.
Pack it in?
Yep, get your tools, put them in the back of the truck. We're moving to the next map.
There will be a force fire in response, but the bomb does not get planted. Valda, I think
shot.
they assumed he'd fallen back into the smoke, but of course, he'd fully committed to this. It was Electronic hoping his teammates could take down one single Deagle player, but apparently it all falls apart, and they have not force board into this one. It's just Simple who expends all of his money on Deagle armor. Just Kevlar, no helmet, just to note. The rest of them full eco. So a bit of a tilt buy from Europa there. I'm not really sure why he would go all in and leave everyone else hanging.
Exactly that. It's 2 individuals on the team who are winning the rounds, and it's 3 who are having contributions, maybe throwing some grenades and being a body. Like, I'm being honest right now.
Yeah.
Perfecto, Flamey, and Boomich have done nothing this game. I never talk about that with players. But with the scoreline at 11-6, there's only 2 individuals who have netted them rounds. MBK's on for a couple of frags here. Look at this. Look how naughty he's being. Hello.
Well, that's your round over. Will the Deagle do anything here? It's the Simple full investment.
Watching 1v5.
Yeah.
He's so angry. He's so mad.
I'm mad. I'm mad for him.
Yeah,
Imagine
you can
being
feel it.
that good.
Imagine being that good and you still can't win.
Imagine.
It's just another day in the office for
Oh,
him.
he's got 2,600 and now the team is eco. They are buggered either way. So MBK sends him packing with the MP9, but Simple with a statement performance there with the Desert Eagle. This is beautiful. This second kill, I didn't even think this was possible. MBK gets destroyed. And we'll see ourselves get into another eco situation. Another Simple Deagle down to 1,900. Electronic this time getting armor as well.
That's nuts. Absolutely nutty. Simple's trying to do it all again. We talk a little bit about this frame of mind he gets into where he feels like he has to do it all. And now you're starting to see the foundations of where those bricks were laid. Why Simple has this bad habit, you know, as all players will have, as all humans will have, but sometimes it can feel like, you know, he plays with this mindset of I have to do it all. It's certainly gone down since the young days of being humbled with his time in Team Liquid, etc., etc. You can find his story online, but yeah, I think this is definitely going to be a case where Simple's going to be having another brick laid in that foundation.
Yeah, and the conversation around honeymoon periods has kind of dipped off a lot with the stabilization of rosters, but it's one that you could start an argument around here. You know, Perfecto comes in, Blade just started as the coach. There's a whole new play style. Boomich getting away with a lot of his moves. They were all working for Na'Vi. Now, they're getting minced by OG, ranked number 24 by the ESL World Rankings to the world number 1. Not online. I have all those caveats. The Deagles are striking. This is a 3v3. Maybe there is a chance.
That chance lies with Simple, who's just lost all of his health, and Issa standing his ground for 1. That was actually rather significant in the grand scheme. Alexi did not have a way to contribute. Now the bomb's going to go down. He's safe in that corner from the Molotov, but Valda has to be the hero of this round.
Remember, they did not force buy into this scenario. It's Na'Vi with Boomich finding some form finally. Electronic might be able to save the day here. Valda left in the 2 versus 1. He knows the player's in towards the pit, but the M4 on the side, that's the problem. He's taken a very slow approach towards quad. Suggests he might not be going for this one. He hasn't got a kit either. Just holding onto the CT Krieg. They've got a nice buffer of rounds. They might as well just have that weapon. They can buy into the next one, but they'll only be getting $1,400 per player. So him saving that weapon means he's fine. He can get his own grenades. His teammates, there will be compromises, but the Krieg alone, I think they'll at least be partially buying around him.
Valda is definitely a safe pair of hands, right? I look at this as someone who plays fundamentally Counter-Strike very well. Boomich will go down there. The bomb will take him on out. Valda gets a Deagle for his troubles.
So if one player's super low here, give him a Deagle instead. You go Deagle armor.
Yep.
That actually works out quite nicely.
There he is again.
Do what he can. Did damage to that second player as well. Brought it to the 2-on-2. Money right back in Navi's favor. They're back into this game now after that round victory. That was a huge one.
So yes, it does have that Deagle you were talking about there, Henry. So
it's a big pickup. It was enough to buy, and Valda might want to be a little bit more aggressive than usual. We'll see what happens. Alexi B on the AWP. Just to note that, not Mansu.
Oh, that is an interesting little mix-up.
Oh, I do this play myself. I get so scared every time I do it. You miss this shot, you look so stupid. like that. It
He
doesn't
didn't
feel
even get
good.
a chance to shoot.
Doesn't feel good when you go for that pick. Never really works out for me. I try it a lot.
It's just done very well to upgrade his deagle to an AWP. That's two different ends of the Counter-Strike economy right there, and he's managed to at least continue to see the aggressive AWP from Alexi B not fall into the foul hands.
I find holding the top of the stairs is a lot more beneficial because you're not going into a left eye peak where they could just be holding for a push, which is a very common play on the CT side. So I hold the steps. I hate that push he did for that reason. Like against this sort of opposition as well, I'd be scared to take that challenge.
Yeah, no, certainly.
I'm hoping, though, we do see a few more risks come out of OG with the scoreline the way it is right now. They might need a couple to get a few more rounds on the board, especially in rounds like this. So just to note, Valder did give his Krieg over to Mantu, who's been left to solo B. This is a lot of responsibility on the youngster.
He has stepped up with the rifles, though.
Yeah.
We haven't seen, like, this is weird. On the T side, he didn't AWP at all. He said, wow, his rifle's actually super sick. And now on these first few CT rounds, Alexi B with the AWP, as they come in, he will be testing the new box. He's got the Krieg in hand as well. He'll need at least 2 kills. First one is his, for sure. Bomb goes down. Needs a flashbang from his teammates here, but he has done enough.
They're all looking at him. Now the swing from Valder's perfect. A double for him. The round should be OG's. He's only got 15 seconds. Flamey's been thrown into an impossible task. He has to accept this one is all loss.
I have to say, the spacing was terrible there from Navi. The fact that Bomb's going in first, and you're, what, 10 meters behind you? That's where the second player coming through. I understand they're probably deploying utility and helping him out, but the fact that Bomb goes down, he's got that much of a chance to reset, drop down, get a second kill. A convincing one at that without any pressure really being applied to him. It wasn't quite good enough in terms of a final finish there from Navi, and their money is going to be in a very dire position going forward here. 13-7 down. Perfecto's already called the all-in with the Galil and armor purchase. He's got no grenades to go with it. As we have a US Air Force tactical timeout. Chad, you got something for us?
I do, and this is why that B spacing was so clunky. I want you to know MBK's position right here. Let me just bring up my draw tool. We have the timeout, so I've got a little bit of extra time. MBK close middle here. Issa with a flash. Watch this. He flashes over middle. MBK peaks, completely clear. They can already rotate over towards B. That's why the lion's share of their forces were there ready to defend. And if we flick on over, look at this. As they're executing, Valder's already there. Issa's already coming over with the AWP. There's no smoke towards spawn. It was just a mess. There was no way in, and that was a fantastic mid-round play there from that of OG to get them into this round.
Wow, the CT smoke did come, but it was by the time Issa was already taking contact. It was very late into the attack. This is the Mantu frag that you were expecting to see a little bit more pressure immediately. Look how long there is.
What, 5-6 seconds before they can go in, and the fact that the CT player can come through the smoke and they're all focused towards new boxes. There's 10 seconds remaining. You just haven't given yourself a fighting chance, and that might be a similar sort of storyline here because they've come in with Galils and PT50s. They've fully invested. They've shot for the moon. Electronic stuck behind smoke.
He used the flash to at least see if he could find an early frag, but not too much of an aggressive stance going to be posted up by OG. I can't believe the OG are continuing any degree of form. Admittedly, you guys have been very, very clear in communicating some of the gaps that we've seen in Navi's gameplay from the the team that beat Astralis yesterday and the team that are currently losing to OG. But credit absolutely to be directed once again towards the OG camp. They don't quite understand it. We don't understand it, but it is a joy to watch as they continue to evolve.
Well, Simple is 17 kills, Electronic with 14. Doesn't seem to be enough. Good incendiary, thrown perfectly. Some teams would consider forcing through that, but that would cost them too much in this sort of round. They need their HP. Still with the mid control, not a huge deal. Smokes down towards Moto. Graveyard position, bomb side as well, and there's so much damage being inflicted. They're going through the grey screen. Looks like we might be done here on Inferno. This was a force buy, and it's only Simple has found a single frag so far. He needs 3 more at this point. He's on for the ace. Mantu, you don't face this.
You don't even bother. You don't even need to.
Let him have it. And the flash comes in. That's perfect. Issa helping him out, and it's going to be Mantu to survive. And even with Simple's 2K, it's not going to be enough. And they're left with 2K actually going to the next round. $2,000 on the nose for 4 players.
That's a dire strait to be in.
Oh, they keep leaving it to this like 20 seconds to commit, and then it's just so telegraphed. It's smoke down towards apartments. You've got to go through it. Like, it's a death sentence. There's no way you're going to survive that, unfortunately.
Yeah, Simple has...
Eco for last, so Simple's not. He's like, I'll force into this. You guys take the full eco, and I guess we'll wait till the next map.
I guess we'll just start talking about map 2. Yeah, there is, what was it again? Dust to third, overpass second, from my memory. So Overpass was the pick of Na'Vi, hoping to exploit OG, who obviously are going to have a bit of a shaky map pool, considering 7 maps in the pool. And how many games together, Chad? Like, it was over 50 now?
It's at 50 at this point, yeah, just around that. So not a huge amount of games played for them. So
where does this go?
Yeah, I'm trying to think about that too.
So maybe on the corner, half wall?
I'm very intrigued.
Let's see if it does get deployed here. Let's have a look at the lineup. So,
it's high above the corner.
He's trying. I think he's using his hands like I was moving as well. I'm not trying this one. Jeez.
Okay, so that's the half wall smoke. Leave me. That's not going to be an easy one to throw. But
I think it's thrown in such a way so you can actually run through the left-hand side of it and still not be gray screened. I think that's the idea. We'll have a look. Yeah, just so it's a little tunnel. Yeah. So that's why it's thrown like that. So it looks like they're blocked off, but they can actually get through with clear vision.
It didn't make sense to be such a nitpicky smoke otherwise.
That kind of explains it, though.
Yeah.
So remember, they are full eco here for map points. And this actually could work out. It's overwhelming, but they are killing each other. That doesn't help out too much. Deagle, remember, the investment from Simple has been made, but when you can hear these shots being fired off, everyone just tucks in.
Who is
Give
it
him
again?
nothing,
Oh, yeah,
run down the clock. Don't let him have anything to say about this one, because he will find your head every single time. This guy is insane! It's too much!
Okay. Okay. Calm down, Simple. My God, he's a man possessed. 21 frags. He is at the top of the scoreboard in the server, right alongside 2 members of OG. And he's had nothing to go with. He has had no substantial round contributions from any teammates other than Electronic. You can see it on the scoreboard right there.
Perfecto doesn't have a kill this half. Boomich came into this half with 2 kills, which means he's picked up 3 in this half. Flamey came into this half with 4 frags.
He got
so
3 kills
1 in this half.
on the 1 round they won.
I think Electronic had 11 kills in the first half, so he's had 4. So when you think about this, like, of course OG are winning. They're playing fantastic right now. Everybody's hitting their shots. I want to sing their praises for a bit. This has been abysmal from Na'Vi.
That's the more traditional shot of the AWP, and you can see it might not work out for Perfecto as he'll be coming around. I don't know how he doesn't get both their faults. So good for him. So Mantu did like Flamey, manages to tie things up at a 4-on-4 as well. 15-7. Looks like OG have managed to do enough here. It's Overpass coming up next, so bear in mind. Alexi B spots 2. Drops the incendiary. He is alone for now. Wants to buy time for Mantu to rotate in, or probably go towards coffins or boost Alexi B up in CT spawn.
Yeah, not a single smoke for the CT side at the 60-second mark. That's kind of intimidating. Does mean that Na'Vi will get a lot more ground than they normally would.
So Flamey already low. Flashbang, very effective, but not going to do too much for them in terms of finding a kill. Baits out an incendiary, I suppose, but they're finishing up towards B. Flamey will try and limp his way towards A with just 9 points of health. Mantu spots the first, and Flamey goes down.
So they've lost the lurk.
Yeah.
They're locked
The boost
in.
should finish this off.
And Alexi's gone unchecked. He can finish this one off perfectly, as you said, Henry. Drops down, brings Boomich down to 1. Mantu's AWP shots to overkill, and that is our first map of our second series. My God! OG take Inferno, Overpass is up next, and Na'Vi, I don't know what this team